everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about Windows 10 desktops and the ability to have multiple desktops. There's two ways that you can allow this to happen. Number one is that you can just go out and purchase multiple monitors. Number two, if that's not an option, you can create what's called virtual desktops within Windows 10. So that way you can align your desktops to keep track of all of those important projects. One of the problems that can occur with Windows desktops is that you want to have access to multiple icons on your desktop to allow you to quickly get to those programs that you want to use. But that can always be a challenge, especially if you run out of desktop space, and if you're one of those mobile workers who uses a laptop or even a Microsoft Surface tablet. It can be a challenge to be able to maneuver around multiple monitors because it's not feasible, especially if you're traveling. So multiple desktops in Windows 10, especially if you've got a mobile device, will come in handy. How does that work? Well, it's pretty darn simple. Let's take a look at the two options for multiple desktops in Windows 10, and then you can decide which one is the best for you. Now, here is a standard Windows 10 desktop. Now, if you set up multiple monitors, you can go into your display settings by right-clicking on the desktop and going into display settings. Now, nothing popped up because I'm using dual monitors, so we will move the display screen here. Now, under normal circumstances, if you are using multiple monitors in Windows 10, it will automatically be detected by the operating system. So if you're using VGA or even HDMI or the old school DVI connectors, Windows 10 will automatically detect when you plug in a monitor, and it will give you the display as you see here. As you can see, there are three monitors currently hooked up to this Windows 10 computer that I am using. The main monitor we're currently on. There's a secondary monitor that is there, and then of course there is the third monitor that we have on display here. Now you can rearrange these monitors at will to make which monitor be the main monitor or the secondary monitor, but for the most part, once you click it and connect it, it will automatically be set up the way that you want it to be set up within Windows 10. Now, if you've got a mobile device, multiple monitors isn't going to help you, especially if you're traveling. So with a mobile device and you want to be productive, multiple desktops in Windows 10 is for you. How do you get that started? Well, let's see. Now, going back to our Windows 10 desktop, down in the lower portion of your screen, you should have an icon that says Task View, and you can see it down here next to Cortana icon. Now, if you don't see this icon, what you have to do is right-click on the Windows Taskbar. And keep in mind, this is called the Taskbar, this whole section here, down here. So right-click on the Windows Taskbar, and then you will have an option to show the Task View button. Remember, this whole bar is the taskbar. This is the Task View button right there. So again, right click, show Task View button, and then you should get this button here. Now, once you get the Task View button, you will be able to go in and see many of the tasks that you have performed on your computer. So let's switch back to our desktop and let's click on Task View. As you can see, you have multiple items that are showing up in Task View. At least I hope many of you are seeing this, and it looks like you are. But under Task View, these are some of the tasks that have been done on this particular computer. Now, to create a desktop, what you need to do is go up to the top and click on the New Desktop button. Once you do that, it will automatically create a new desktop to work from, and then you can click on it to actually access it. Now on this computer, we'll pretend that we have a new desktop, because I will give you a warning. If you are using multiple monitors in Windows 10, you do not want to use this feature because it can maneuver it to a secondary or third monitor, and you will have to search for it. To kind of give you an example, on this computer, if I go to Task View and click to desktop number 2, it will show the secondary monitor, and you should see it behind me. But anyway, we'll go back to Task View, go back to desktop monitor 1, and it gets us back to our normal view. Now, switching back to our desktop, as you can see in Windows 10, once you create a new desktop under Task View, you can just click on it and start to work on it like you normally would. So you can put icons up here, create new icons. You can still access not the task manager, but the file explorer like you normally would to get access to your favorite programs and files. So it's a virtual copy of your desktop in Windows. The challenge is being able to switch between desktops. Now, as far as the amount of desktops that you can create with the Windows 10 desktop viewer, it's unlimited. I think I've actually gone through and have created at least 100 multiple desktops just to see what the limits are with that. But it is unlimited, so you can create as many virtual desktops as you want to with the Windows 10 virtual desktop interface, which comes in handy because if you have only a small amount of monitors, like most desktops will only have 2, maximum 4 monitors, then if you've got projects that you wanted to keep icons for with your virtual desktop, the sky's the limit as far as what you can do as far as that's concerned. Now, the only challenge with multiple desktops is switching between those desktops. So if we go back to our task view button here, then you can see to order to switch, you would have to click on which desktop that you want, and it will automatically appear on your main monitor. Now, let's say that you get done with the project and you're done with the desktop. To get rid of those items, you can hit the X here and it will delete it. But before you do that, you want to keep in mind that if you have any documents that you've saved directly to that desktop, it will delete those documents. So the things that you want to put on your virtual desktops are new or shortcuts to programs or shortcuts to folders, because shortcuts will basically just take you directly to where you want to go as opposed to actually having a file stored on your virtual desktop, which you can accidentally delete. So going back to our desktop, we'll do that again. Just click on the task view button, go to the top where your desktop is that you want it to delete, and just click the red X up in the upper corner, and lo and behold, your desktop will go. And to get out of the task view option, just click on the task view button again, and it will take you back to your main desktop. So hopefully that has given you some items to work with as far as using virtual desktops in Windows. Again, this feature isn't for everyone, but if you have a lot of icons, like I'm about to show you here, it can definitely come in handy as far as organizing those icons into one desktop so that you can keep up with your projects on multiple desktops rather than having everything clutter up your desktop, because a cluttered desktop can definitely slow down your computer. I've got a solid state hard drive in this one, so it runs pretty darn fast. So with that being said, if you have comments or questions about multiple desktops or any other things, please leave them in the comment section below. I love doing that. Also, if you want to get more awesome tech tips like this, be sure to subscribe to either myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, or my company Integral. There's the logo there in the corner. There are hundreds of tips on our YouTube channel, and on our social media channels that are designed to help you get more from the technology that you use at home and at work. So, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.